Welcome back, everybody. This is week 6 of the Cine podcast. I can't believe it's already been 6 weeks.
I know. We've been consistent, which I feel like isn't necessarily a trait of ours.
Well, it's just kind of crazy because it doesn't feel like 6 weeks since we posted the first one.
I don't know. To me, it kind of feels like it has been, but I don't know. For some reason, January has felt very long to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
No, I feel that as well. Well, if you tuned in last week, I was not on the podcast. I don't know anything about what Lauren and Adalenne were talking about. So I was like, I'm just going to step back and let you guys do your thing. Hopefully you got some great info from that and you're able to use that to your benefit. They talked a lot about a whole bunch of stuff. So Ad, do you want to kind of
recap
talked about last week?
Like website, what an effective website looks like, and SEO, and basically just like discoverability as a whole, and how you can be utilizing Pinterest and LinkedIn and some other things to drive more people toward your business. So yeah, Lauren is super knowledgeable in all of that. And so if you missed that episode is like packed with really good information. So definitely go back and listen to that. I would say it's important, for any small business that has a website. It's not just wedding videography. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, it was really good. You guys had some fun with it as well. So
yeah,
check it out. This week's going to be a little different. It's not going to be super informative, but it is going to be pretty fun. I think this week's just mainly focused on some fun stuff. So
yeah, this isn't an educational episode. We just decided just to kind of take a little break, and this would be more of a personal, relaxed episode. I mean, I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm wearing like fuzzy Christmas socks. I'm just,
we're chilling.
I've been doing a lot of editing. We both have been doing a lot of editing. So it can be really draining.
Yeah.
So it was time for a little chill episode where we can just have a little break.
There's a little bit of education in this episode.
Is there?
Well, when we talk about, all right, I'll just go ahead and tell you the topics. The first topic that we're doing is some art from the past is what I labeled it in our notes.
So embarrassing.
It's kind of embarrassing, but it's also kind of funny because it links us in a way. It's just strange. Okay, we'll talk about it later, but art from the past. And then we have marriage. All right, we're talking about marriage. We're talking about music.
Juicy.
We're talking about some Tik Toks. We have some Tik Toks to show you. And then we have some encouragement, as always. But the main thing that's kind of educational, some information that could be good, is the marriage portion.
Yeah, so it's not educational in the realm of running a business. It's educational in the realm of relationships, I guess. And I guess I wouldn't call that educational. What would you call that?
Informative, helpful, sure.
But self-help, encouragement. I don't know.
Okay, well, either way, we're going to be talking about that. Let's go ahead and jump into the art from the past. I think everybody's kind of like on the edge of their seat about this.
Oh, are they?
I think so. So the other day I was in our attic and I noticed that we had a couple of sketchbooks. And it was kind of interesting to me because we've always known that like Adelenne's artsy, and I don't really put on that I'm very artsy, but when I was younger, very much wanted to be an artist. And so I had this sketchbook from I was probably 10 or 12 when I got this sketchbook. So some of these sketches, we're going to show you some of our sketches from the past. All right. Adalenne does not like this because hers are a little bit more specific than mine are, but I don't know. Okay. The reason that I say that it's kind of cool is because Adalenne had these old sketchbooks, and then I had an old sketchbook, and when we got these sketchbooks, we didn't know each other, but we both have a sketchbook. You know what I mean?
I'm sure a lot of people have sketchbooks, so it's like
I mean, is that
not this super unique thing.
I think it's kind of unique.
I feel like there are a lot of things like that we grew up doing that are weirdly coincidental. There are a whole like
Dude, maybe we should talk about that.
What,
like the
tell our
coincidences.
story?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's an interesting one.
Yeah. Maybe we could do that another time.
Yeah. But yeah,
We
there's
might throw it in
definitely
there.
a lot of like strange things that we had in common. But yeah, the art thing for me, I've always been a creative like person. I liked to draw. Obviously, I grew up making videos. I liked photography and things like that. I wouldn't say I was ever like super great at drawing. But I was really, from the time I was like, I don't know, I'm trying to think when I first, like when I was probably 10 or like 9 or 10, I started watching Sailor Moon. And I grew up watching Sailor Moon and like Pokemon and
the classics.
I'm trying to think of some other ones that were like Avatar. So like just the ones that would come on like Nickelodeon and stuff like that. But so I grew up watching that, and then I really got into anime by the time I was like 12 or 13. And so I grew up watching anime. Oh, before that, me and my sister used to rent VHS tapes of Studio Ghibli movies. And so like Spirited Away, I don't know if you've seen any of the Studio Ghibli movies. If you haven't, even if you're not like an anime person or you're like, anime's weird, Studio Ghibli's actually amazing. They've partnered with Disney for a few of their movies. So, you know, if they partner with Disney, you know it's good. They're really just like heartwarming, like coming of age stories. They're really sweet movies. But anyways, so yeah, I always grew up watching anime, and so I went into a phase where I wanted to learn how to draw. Is it manga? Or manga? Like, was that what you would call drawing it? I don't know. I would draw anime characters. So I went through a big phase with that. So that's pretty much all my drawings are anime characters.
Yeah.
And
so in this particular sketchbook that I'm about to show, I don't have any of that, but there was definitely a phase that I went through that as well. I was big into Dragon Ball Z. Like, that was the anime for me. And I don't know if anybody's tried to go back and watch Dragon Ball Z, but it's extremely difficult to do. Like, at least for me.
I never watched it.
I mean, it has a storyline, but
like
it just seems
style of it.
Really. No, I thought it was like the greatest thing ever when I was a kid, but I find it difficult to watch now.
Well, it's definitely like a boy thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm
sure there's girls out there that like Dragon Ball Z, but I was not in. I mean, obviously, I watched Sailor Moon. That was like the girliest thing that you could watch.
Right. Well, either way, I did go through a phase of drawing like ripped, spiky haired dudes that like had abilities and stuff. But anyway, that's not in this sketchbook. This sketchbook, like I said, is a little more recent, maybe like 10, 12, like maybe 14. I was still kind of dabbling with the sketchbook. It was always sort of a passion for me just to get in and start drawing, but I was always so hard on myself. And I still am today as a creative.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Rob is...
I'm very hard on myself when it comes to creating because I want it to be absolutely perfect. And I won't even continue going if I mess up a little bit.
The thing about art is it's never perfect. There is no perfect. It wouldn't be art if it was perfect.
Yeah,
It'd
but
be
like
computer
art
generated, like not real.
Yeah, but like art, how I want it to look in my brain, sometimes I can't, I guess I don't have the ability to like put it on paper or a computer.
I think you do. I think you just have to accept that whatever you create isn't going to exactly match what you've dreamed up, because obviously you dream things up to like the most potential, or like, I don't know. You set the bar really high in your brain because obviously your imagination is big, but then when you create it, obviously it's not going to be exactly like that.
Yeah.
But you have that inspiration that you're drawing from your imagination.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, that was really deep.
Yeah, it was.
That got deep fast.
It did get deep fast. Anyway, I'm going to show a picture that I drew. It's not a picture. It's a drawing. Okay. I can't even remember exactly what it was. I think it was a book fair from like 3rd grade. I drew a lion because I did.
Lion, Witch, in the Wardrobe.
Yes, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So I'm going to grab that real quick. It's right here. All right. So this is it. I drew Adalenne. I'm just going to let you take that.
Why is it chalk?
I think it was like an artsy thing that I wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I didn't know if it was like a certain assignment, like you had to do it that way.
No, it wasn't specific. I think I was in 3rd or 4th grade.
It's pretty good for 3rd grade.
Maybe 5th. It's hard to put a date on it because I wish I had put a date on it. But anyway, I did that for a book fair. My parents loved it, so we always kept it. And my mom just recently gave it back to me. And she was like, "You should hang this up in the house." And I was like, I'll keep it for sure.
Yeah.
But I had this and I'll show you again. I had this obsession with drawing lions.
You still like lions a lot.
I do like lions. Also, I'm going to throw in a clip of us petting a lion.
Oh, yeah.
We did pet a lion.
It was kind of sad, though, because it was like this former circus lion, and now he's in this pretty small enclosure.
I mean,
it just looks kind of
relatively small.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, he has space to kind of run around, but I don't know. Obviously, he couldn't have been released into the wild, so he would have died. So they had,
Yeah. Apparently Anyway, I don't want to get sad about this lion, but he would, he was living his life.
What was his name again?
I can't even remember.
Lawrence
the lion. That's right. How'd you remember that?
I don't know. It just popped in my head.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, I'm going to show another one. Where is this? It fell on the ground. All right. Here's another one. I don't know how well you can see it because it's not super dark. I drew it with pencil. I don't know if you can see that with a tight shot. I'll do a wide shot as well. But yeah, so this is another lion that I drew. Obviously later. Have you seen this? Mm-hmm. Later than the Adalenne drawing. But I sketched this up, and I'm kind of proud of it, actually. It's pretty
really
good.
It's better than what I could do.
Yeah. I don't even know what I was looking at. I usually was looking at a picture or something when I would draw. So not a lot of it is just from the dome. But I'm going to show you guys some other things in this sketchbook.
Do you remember, speaking of Lawrence, do you remember you bought me a stuffed lion after that? And you're you surprised me with him? Or did I surprise you with him? I can't remember. One of us bought each other a stuffed lion, which I think eventually got tore up by Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie did tear it up. It was, you got it for me. Yeah, okay. As a gift.
Yeah.
All right, so here is a very recent picture, actually. This is within the past couple of years, probably 3 years ago I drew this. And
you spent so much time on that? You were obsessive.
I was obsessive over it. I was trying a bunch of different things, and I'm a really big nerd, so you know that I like Star Wars. I've said it multiple times in this podcast, but I drew Darth Maul. All right. So if you can't see that very well, I can give it. Yeah. Check that out. Okay. So Darth Maul has always been my favorite character of all time. And I was just inspired one day and I was like, you know what? I'm going to have this epic drawing of Darth Maul. I could just envision it. And so I just picked up some colored pencils and I just started drawing. And I never ended up finishing it because I was critical of myself of like how I did the eyes. So the eyes were the reason that I didn't continue drawing it. Pretty rough. But anyway, it's pretty funny that we can go back and look at these sketchbooks. That was just a few of them. And that one was, like I said, very recent. You probably haven't even looked at these in your sketchbook in a long time. I went through your sketchbook before this. And so we'll see which one she picks.
This is funny. Well, I'll show a few.
Yeah, just 2 or 3.
This isn't anime, by the way. This is, I don't know why I drew this, but did you just hear the way I breathed?
I didn't know that was you breathing.
Did I talk about in our first episode about how I used to make YouTube videos? Like my Addie is Cool 13 channel?
Yeah. You've mentioned it.
Well, I drew, do I need to show it to that camera?
Just both, yeah.
I drew this like flower thing and it has my like YouTube channel URL inside of the stem.
Oh my goodness.
Addie is Cool 13.
I don't think I paid attention to that. I just looked at it and I was like, oh, a flower.
Oh my, what is this? Oh my gosh. Oh, I cannot show these. These are so embarrassing.
Some of them are kind of embarrassing.
Oh gosh. Like, I think I just ripped a freaking hole in my pants.
Nice, Ron.
This thing was sticking out.
Yeah.
Dang, these are my favorite leggings too.
All for the show.
All right. Where is the back of this? Okay. Sorry, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out which one I should show.
Yeah, I figured that if you didn't like pick them before the show and you just picked up the sketchbook, that you'd have a hard time like picking the ones that you want. But
oh, this one. Oh wait, Shelby did this one.
Don't show Shelby's drawing.
I won't.
She would be so mad.
She wouldn't be mad.
Oh, I can literally hear her saying, "This is
Okay,
Adelaine's
I like
sister,
this
by the
one.
way."
I think this one's cute. I don't really remember. This is probably from an anime that I was watching, but I don't remember which one it was. It's like a little girl, and she's like happy crying.
Yeah, that's cute. Some of them are pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Well, I feel like drawing anime characters isn't too difficult because it's way easier than drawing like real people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's more like normal lines.
Why don't you show that one?
What, Gigi?
Yeah.
So this is Gigi. It's a cat from the movie Kiki's Delivery Service, which is a Studio Ghibli movie. It's very cute. I grew up watching it. So it's about a little witch, and she has a cat named Gigi.
That's pretty good.
I mean, that one's the most basic one ever.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still good. Like, who knows when you drew that? Because I'm assuming this is a pretty old sketchbook.
Look at this. This is super embarrassing.
Wait, show me first.
Who's John?
I don't know.
Addie loves John just a little. I mean, we just met.
Wow.
I don't remember who John is. I literally don't remember liking a John. Okay, wait. I do remember I met someone named John at the gym one time when I was like 14. But
You went to the gym at 14, 15?
with my parents.
Oh, okay.
But
That quick, huh?
yeah, there's a funny story about that. I saw this kid at the gym that I thought was cute, and this one's pretty good. And Yuki,
Hey.
that was Kyrie's name before we.
Yeah, when we
changed
first
it.
got Kyrie, she was Yuki.
Anyways, I saw this kid at the gym that I thought was cute, and I would see him at the gym like every time I went. because me and my parents, we would go at the same time. And I worked up the courage to go and talk to him.
Wow.
And that was so like, I wouldn't even do that now. Like if I wasn't married, I mean, like I just am not the type of person to just like go and introduce myself to somebody. But and I was young. I like went up to him. He was on the treadmill. I went and got on the treadmill next to him.
Wow.
And I was like, hey.
That's some courage.
What's up? My name's Adalenne.
Oh my goodness. Look, the only time
but I don't know if that drawing is from that John. I don't know what that's about.
Very interesting. The only time I've ever built up the courage to do something like that is in college, actually.
Oh my. And then she ended up being in a class with me at my college.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. She was like, yeah. Anyway, we won't get into that.
That's too recent. We can't talk about that. What if she listens to this podcast? She's like, wow, he's still talking about me.
Oh my God.
And he's married.
I'm sure that is going to happen.
Okay.
Hey,
I wanted you to notice something. When you swipe to the left to see who wrote which note, it says sexy for me for some reason.
What?
Does it say it on your phone?
No.
It says sexy on my phone.
I wonder if, was that like the first name you put?
I don't know. Anyways, we're getting off topic. Let's keep going.
Wow.
What's next?
So next we have music time. I feel like we ended that abruptly, but whatever.
Are we good on timing? With the A7 III, it has a recording limit.
Okay, we'll do a quick break. We'll come right back. I'll just do a quick transition for you guys.
Hello, everybody. We're back.
Yes. We're going to dive into music time. And Adalenne, why don't you go first?
Okay.
With your songs. All right, we just do a quick little 2 songs and then we...
Yeah. So I picked a song called Always by Tyson Motsenbocker. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I don't think so.
This song, I think it was probably on my Discover playlist or something one time a while ago. And I really love it. It's like chill, sort of folky, singer-songwriter acoustic vibes. Mm-hmm. It's like a love song. It's really good. And one small fun story about this Tyson guy. When we went and saw Relient K, he opened up for them.
Yes.
And I was like, wait, I remember that name. And then I realized, oh, that song Always is by this guy.
Yeah.
But he didn't sing it at the show, which was disappointing. But.
Right. I remember that, going and seeing Relient K, and he opened for them. And he made everybody in the crowd, he was like, you'll get my free EP if you type in your email to this, whatever. And so I typed in my email. I got the free EP. And
you got emails?
I got emails. Yeah. Okay, so this is crazy. I forgot that I saw him live. I forgot his name and everything. And one day I got an email. And it was like, hello, friend. And he types out this long narrative about how he's in Utah or something. And he's been self-reflecting and all this stuff. And I was like, who in the world is this Tyson person? And why is he? Because I thought it was just to me. He was like, hey, old friend.
Did you reply to it?
No, I didn't. I was so confused for 3 days.
Yeah, he would send emails every once in a while. And they just seemed like diary entries almost.
Yeah. That was very confusing to me. But anyway. Fun story about him.
So my other song is We Stayed Up All Night by Tourist.
Okay.
I've listened to that song 50,000 times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It just has a cool,
it is very
vibe.
Chill. Well, that's good that you picked that one because I chose 2 very chill songs. All right. Nightmare by The Wildlife. Dude, there's something about that song. I couldn't stop listening to it for a month straight because there's something about it.
It has an 80s vibe to it.
Yeah, and it was really chill. It's
kind of groovy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that one a lot. And also, if you've heard of the Griswolds, they're really good. And we used to listen to them back in 2016, actually, a lot. But they have a song called Beware the Dog. And they just recently came out with a new version of it. It's called the Chilled AF version of Beware the Dog. So
I don't think I've heard it.
you haven't? I got to show it to you after this then.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Definitely go give those songs a listen if you're in a very chill mood.
Chill mood.
Chill mood. Mode. Okay. All right. Well, let's jump into the marriage.
Oh, the juicy part.
Honestly, I think this is more of just like we're just going to be talking back and forth about stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have any notes on this. I mean, I barely have any notes on this.
Yeah. I mean,
So
we'll just wing it. I mean, honestly, it would be fun in the future to do kind of a Q&A and just let people like submit questions that they want us to answer on the podcast about marriage, I guess.
That's true. And just to let you know, like we've only been married for almost 4 years, 4 years in March. And so we're no experts. I mean, but I feel like we've done a really good job so far.
Yeah. I feel like we had kind of a rough engagement. Like that's the roughest time that I remember in our whole relationship.
Yeah, I think we were just
so
figuring things out.
I felt like we went through these like first year of marriage pains within our engagement. And so honestly, when our first year of marriage was not difficult, like and everybody's like, your first year so hard. You just got to get through that first year.
I think it's also different because we lived very close by to one another. And so we were together a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't like one day, you know, obviously we weren't living together before we got married, but we were always around each other. So when we started living together, it was like, it didn't seem that like a huge adjustment.
Right. And I think for some people, if they're living like across town or even in two different towns or two different cities or states or whatever, like that's a little bit bigger of an adjustment because you're like, how do I do my daily things and now you have to adjust to someone else's. I think one of the best things, I think it varies obviously between everybody because of their personalities, but one of the best things about us, I would say, and our personalities is how we mesh is just that we don't let anything that we get upset about like fester for more than like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think either of us are big like grudge holders. We're both pretty like forgiving people. Within our marriage and like I think all of our relationships that we have.
Yeah.
So I think that that's really benefited us. I mean, obviously everybody's personality is different.
Right.
And I think probably your history impacts like whether or not you're able to let go of things easily.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if you've been through a lot of things, you know, I'm sure it's a lot harder to let things go.
Yeah.
But I feel like, yeah, that's one big thing. And I mean, I think the times where we have fought, we've just been able to like come back to our like centers and be like, does this really matter?
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, is it something that is...
Yeah.
Am I actually going to be mad at this person for more than a couple of minutes? Like, is it really worth that? Like, getting just so upset about something. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that I don't like. Like, my personality, I don't like being mad at things. Like, I mean, obviously no one's like, I love being mad.
It stresses me out if I just hold on to things.
Right.
Or if I feel like someone else is holding on to something that I did to them, like it really stresses me out. Like I need it to be resolved.
Yeah.
So
definitely, like not holding grudges is the biggest thing. Like if you have an argument, if you disagree about something, then you need to like drop your pride. You're married to this person and just talk it out and like communicate. And that leads into what I was about, like the second point that I was going to make is communication is beyond like
Yeah, everyone says
most
that, but it
important
really
thing.
is true. Like, communication is everything. And it, like, what I was thinking about early on in our marriage, one thing that I used to struggle with, I remember, like, specifically a few times when we had some kind of fight, and I wanted Rob to, like, I don't know if it was just my pride or if it was I've watched too many romance movies and it made me feel like I needed to have this approach, but it was like I wanted to not say anything and like let Rob figure out if something was wrong or like like if we had a big fight and obviously something was wrong, I wanted him to be the one to come to me and be like, I'm sorry, and like be the one to say sorry first or like resolve it first. And I don't know. I just there was one time I remember, and I don't know what we fought about. It was when we were in our rental house, and I remember we never go to bed like mad at each other ever. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
And this one night, for some reason, I went to my office. Like, went to my office and I laid down on my exercise mat. Yeah.
I don't remember this.
And I was really upset about something. I was like crying in there and I wanted you to come in there. And that stems all the way back to my like childhood.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted, when I was upset about something, I was going to like cry and wait for my parents to be like, hey,
yeah,
it's okay. Like, you know, isn't that weird? Like that really does stem all the way back. It was just like the way that I would deal with my emotions. Like, I don't know. I didn't want to be the first one to say I was wrong.
Yeah.
And
you still do that. I mean, I think we both still do that, but yeah, I mean,
but not the same, like not the same dramatics.
Right. You don't go and get your yoga mat and lay down on it.
No, like eventually I figured out that it's not the way you work. You can't read my mind. So when I'm like upset and I'm sitting there waiting for something to happen, I would just get more and more frustrated because you wouldn't figure it out, or like, or maybe sometimes you were on purpose not like giving me what I wanted because you knew. I don't know. But
no, probably not that.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's not a mind reader. And so anyways, I think my point is I had to figure out that I just needed to speak up and say,
hey, this is bothering me. Or hey,
this is bothering me. Or if I'm wrong, I need to own it.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you just have to own it, and you need to be the first one to apologize.
Yes, 100%.
Also, I wanted to say, when you're fighting, or like when something upsets you, you have to remember that it's just a situation and it's not who the person is. Like, every person makes mistakes. And so like when you mess up or you make me mad, I can't look at it like he's always like this. This is who he is. Because that's not true. Like, you're just refusing to like forgive and see the person for who they really are and like the way that God wants you to see them. So you can't look at them through the lens of what they've done in the past or like the mistakes that they've made within the marriage. Like, you have to have a new, fresh grace for them each day. Yeah. So,
yeah. I mean, hopefully this is helping. Like, I don't know. It's just some information that we figured that we'd push out there. But, I mean, I don't know how shallow or how deep this actually is for you guys, but I mean, like, definitely, like we said, don't hold grudges, communicate with one another, and then drop your pride. I mean, I think those are the biggest things that like mess people up, you know?
Yeah, definitely pride and like lack of communication. And also, don't look at your spouse as, how do I want to word this? Don't expect your spouse to be everything for you. And don't look to your spouse to serve you, like you should be looking for ways to serve your spouse.
Right.
And when you serve, like when you choose to have that mindset and you choose to serve your spouse, even if they aren't serving you well in this season or whatever, you'll realize that it actually is like changing you from the inside out. And it's not about like, how can I like make this person better for me? It's like, how can I be better for this person?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like marriage shows, it truly like reveals more of yourself to yourself. Like it really shows your true colors.
Yeah.
And you are able to like reflect on who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think marriage is so like, I think that's why God made it like for us to, because it shapes you into a better person.
Right.
Or that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
if you're operating within it the right way.
Yeah, growing in your marriage with the person that you're married to. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I wasn't married, I would still be very immature. I think I would be stuck in a lot of things and in a lot of ways that like I used to be stuck in.
Yeah.
I think it truly has shaped me as an individual, and yeah.
No, it definitely has shaped me. Before I met Adalenne, I was like such a weirdo. And now I'm
You're still
just
a weirdo.
a little bit less of a weirdo, but in like major ways. So
elaborate on that. What do you mean?
I was like extremely selfish. I was extremely like, I keep using the word extremely, but I was really like timid. I was introverted. I'm still sort of introverted,
but to be very skeptical of people.
Oh yeah. I don't know why.
You were skeptical of people. You were skeptical of like you were skeptical about religious stuff. You were just a skeptical person, and
yeah.
I feel like I'm very open.
Mm-hmm.
And so that I think we both kind of rubbed off on each other in a way. Like, not that I became some big skeptic, but I feel like you've helped rein me in to be like less like, I don't know, crazy. And, and I've helped you to just become more open and,
yeah,
you know, more accepting of people, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much true. Yeah. I mean, long story short, if you just work together and try to like we've been saying, better yourself in your marriage and not be selfish and stop saying why is this person not doing this for me, rather than how can I do this for this person? How can I serve this person? Then that's where you want to be in your marriage. As far as we know, I mean, we're 4 years in, we have plenty of like, I'm sure, obstacles and hurdles to jump over as we continue on, and really good times as well. But, I mean,
yeah,
we just kind of wanted to.
There's hard seasons. Like there are seasons that are harder than others, and some seasons that are just fun and easy. And you know, every year brings its own challenges. Mm-hmm. But all in all, I think if you keep in mind that you're a team and you're in this together, and you know, when things are hard, it's hard for both of you. It's not one-sided. Like you carry each other's burdens, and you know, go in the trenches together, and then celebrate together when there's things to celebrate, and just support each other. And I think most of all, just don't take life so seriously. Just have fun together. Like, and don't ever think that some other, like, don't ever look at your friends or other people and think, oh, their like relationship is better or their marriage is better. Or don't ever think the grass is greener on the other side. Because the reality is we're all just jacked up human beings, and we all have issues. And no matter what, the relationship, the marriage is supposed to shape who you are. And like it, again, I think as long as you're not being selfish and you're not looking for the marriage to serve you, then you're good.
Right.
But yeah, me and Rob are best friends. I feel like that is the biggest thing that has made marriage not like so difficult, is that we just have fun together and let each other be ourselves, and we find things that we enjoy to do together and we do them. Like, you know, I married Rob and he loved video games, and I grew up, you know, I played video games too, but I wasn't like hardcore gamer like he is. And you know what? I was like, this man's not going to stop playing video games, and he's going to want to play with his friends every day. And I used to get upset. Like, I wanted him to spend time with me. And that doesn't mean like, okay, like he needed to spend time with me sometimes. But my point is, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start gaming too. Like, I'm just going to like go be a part of his world in this like realm and like adopt this hobby.
Yeah.
And
I do want to make it clear that I'm not some like dude that has like Cheeto powder all over his keyboard.
Oh, no.
And like I am.
And the older we get, the less we game. But
yeah, I mean, I don't spend ample amount of hours
fine,
on the
Rob, no
game.
one's judging you.
I'm just saying, I want to make that clear so people aren't like, oh wow, he's like the guy from.
But again, I mean,
South
it's
Park.
healthy for you to each have your own hobbies and like have time apart and like spend time with your friends and all that jazz.
Absolutely.
But my point is, if there is something that you can enjoy doing together, be open to trying things with this person that you're spending the rest of your life with.
For
you know,
sure.
I just was like, I'm going to be a gamer too. So I got into it and I love it. And now it's like, you know, we all play games together and it's
fun.
I don't feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm trying to think of a thing like on the other side of the spectrum, like if there is anything that I did that you weren't a part of that like I roped you into. I don't know.
Maybe videography. Maybe that's one of the things.
Yeah.
That's
Work.
probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't into that, and you kind of threw me in there, and I was completely okay with it. So just adapting to one another
out.
for sure. Are we going to take one more break?
Yeah.
And then we're going to come back and finish up the episode.
Yeah. All right, we're back.
We're back. All right.
Are we doing?
Yeah, we're going to do some TikToks. So, yeah, we're doing TikToks. We're bringing that one back. So, Adalenne,
I guess I'll record my screen like I did last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to do that. I'll record it later. You can just play it and we'll laugh at it together.
Okay. Let me stop it then.
So, last night, Adalenne showed me this TikTok that I've seen before, but for some reason, it's just still funny. Like it's
just nonsense, but it's hilarious.
It's complete nonsense, but I feel like it encapsulates our
personality.
Not personality, but just like our stupid humor, like the things that we do just to make each other laugh or whatever. And some of our other friends as well, like we just do this stuff, and it's just like, what?
We are the king and queen of toot noises.
Yeah.
Gibberish, like just being like actual psychopaths.
I don't know if actual psychopath is the right thing to say, but we're not actual psychopaths. But
we're not axe murderers.
No, we're not doing that stuff. But we are just like really goofy, and we don't really care. We just try to make it's no filter, and we try to make each other laugh.
Whatever.
And if you don't really know,
head, we just do it.
Yeah. If you don't really know us very well, like if
you don't even know what happens, like.
Yeah, I know, but if you don't know us very well, then I was gonna say this TikTok kind of will help you understand. Like, this is stuff that we just do, like on a daily basis. We just think this stuff is funny. And we make these noises and this kind of gibberish and nonsense every day. So go ahead and play it and let's laugh at it.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Promo code when you download
Wacky Slash
in the store.
So
Use code at www.
Wacky Slash.
Download the
at Wacky Slash.
Download. White people be like, bruh. At
Walkie slide.
download the epic chunkiest moment. And at dot bruh. Download your bruh. I
Oh
love
my
it when my
gosh.
boyfriend leaves his
Walkie slide.
That one is
slide.
so ridiculous.
Games mode.
X Games mode. Look, if we had
Where do they get these noises?
some kind of soundboard, I'm sure, but like I feel like if we had a soundboard like that, we would just be doing that kind of stuff all the time and making each other
We
laugh.
kind of need one.
I also like when the Chin came into our Discord with that.
The Chin is our friend whose name is Aaron, not the Chin. His name is Aaron.
I was kind of giving him an alias a little bit, but anyway, he jumped into our Discord the other night and he had a voice changer on, and
Dude,
it's just so funny. I mean,
it's hilarious.
it's crazy.
Okay, well, the TikTok that I chose is pretty good.
Okay, I don't know which one you chose,
We
so
just
I'm gonna.
watched it last night.
Okay, well let's look at it again.
Good night, honey. I love you.
Love you too.
Oh, wait. Hang on. I forgot my...
Oh,
I
dude.
think the reason I think that's so funny is that like one of us would do that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why everybody thinks TikToks are funny is because like they're semi-relatable or like, you know what I mean?
Dude,
That's
like,
something that we would do.
You would come around the corner.
Looking like that, probably so. Y'all are learning a lot about
There are
us, but
things that Rob does sometimes, and I don't want to say it on the podcast because I don't want to embarrass him, but
no, please don't. Come on. Well, I'm just glad it makes her laugh. That's why I do these things, to make her laugh. And that's
I have
actually
a
one of the
mental
reasons why.
image of you right now doing something really weird.
Well, it makes you laugh, and I love when you laugh and your smile and how your eyes get when you smile. That's why I do all this crazy stuff.
Oh, that was sweet.
But I'm just saying, like, don't say it on the podcast because that's
Do
just.
you know what I'm thinking?
Yes,
of?
I know what you're thinking about. But anyway, the "All right, good night, dude" is like really funny because you never know what to expect. Like I saw one where they did the "All right, good night, dude," and then oh wait, I forgot, and the guy was covered in peanut butter. Who was standing next to him? It's like
We should
so
make one of those.
random.
We should think of something like super ridiculous.
Yeah, we should. That's crazy.
There was one where the guy like turned around and then there was a dude like in his complete band uniform with a trumpet.
Oh yeah, there were like multiple people in their band uniforms, like they were doing a full on performance next to him when you turn the light back on. It's so stupid.
Oh my
but
god!
it's very funny. All right, we are wrapping up the podcast. We're going to do some encouragement here, and hopefully, this stuff has made you laugh, and maybe it's informed you a little bit. If you're going into a marriage or you are married, also, if you have marriage advice, please send it our way because it's always good to grow. So I mean, there's definitely more that we need to learn. So I'm just giving that
dude.
disclaimer.
We've only been together for 4 years. It's not that long.
Who'd you just turn into for a little bit? You turned into some kind of really
I don't
country
know.
person.
Sometimes I
Okay.
morph into something else.
Oh wow, I know about morphing.
What's that movie? I haven't seen it. It's like a horror movie, but it's like about the guy with multiple personalities.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet either. It has the guy from
I don't know.
Fight Club in it.
I don't want to watch it. It's probably scary.
Yeah, it is probably scary. All right, jump into the encouragement ad. You're the encourager.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I wanted to tell a story that's funny, but I can't decide if it's offensive or not.
Say one thing that would make me think
Well,
about
it's about like I had a class with someone that said they had multiple personalities.
I mean, that might be true.
It just it was funny what he would say about his other personality.
Okay, well, maybe we can go there another time, but let's jump into the encouragement.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's having a moment over here.
Gosh, I got the giggles. Okay. Encouragement. I actually chose this verse. And this seems like a cop-out, but it's actually the verse of the day on the Bible app. But I chose it because I just felt like it was what I needed to hear today. And also, it really corresponded with the verse. So we're doing prayer and fasting with our church right now. And we have like a Devo that they gave everybody. And the Devo that I read today, the verse, I felt like it kind of had a similar message to this verse. So that's why I was like, this is good. So here we go. Sorry for that long preface.
No, it's fine. Keep going.
This is 1 John 2:15-17. Do not love this world nor the things it offers you. For when you love the world, you do not have the love of the Father in you. For the world offers only a craving for physical pleasure, a craving for everything we see, and pride in our achievements and possessions. These are not from the Father, but are from this world, and this world is fading away along with everything that people crave. But anyone who does what pleases God will live forever.
That's good.
Yeah. That's just a good, like, I feel like that's just a good thing to, like, center yourself on and remember each day, that this life, even though it's hard to grasp, is just scratching the surface of our like eternal lives. And this world has very little to offer in comparison to what God has to offer us.
Yeah.
And when we get caught up in what the world offers, we lose sight of everything that God wants us to do and wants us to see, and we ultimately lose sight of Him and who He is, and we forget all that He's done for us.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just felt like it was a good refocusing thing. Yeah,
definitely something to think on and like reflect on, and like you said, recenter. You keep hitting your mic.
I know.
Anyway, that ends our encouragement. I hope that helps. And like I said, I hope you had fun watching this episode, the 6th episode. I'm still blown away that it's the 6th episode. And when we get to the 60th, I'm going to be like, what? The 60th? That's crazy. But
60?
Yeah, we'll see if we get to 60.
I guess 60 will be
next year.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. Next week, please tune in Friday at 12. I don't know if we're going to have a guest. Honestly, I hadn't really even thought that far into the future. I'm sorry if you are offended by that, but I'm probably going to reach out to a few people and we might have a guest. If not, it's just going to be us, and we're going to be giving you some great information. I can already tell you. So please tune in next Friday at 12 Central Standard Time.
He's acting like he already has a plan for it, and he does. Some great information.
We are, I know. I already know.
I don't know why I whispered that, but it made me think of we're calling you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh my goodness. We are not calling you about your car's extended warranty, but we do hope that you have a good weekend, and we will see you next week.
Bye.